The data dilemma, a world awash in information. Our world thrives on data. Every click, every purchase, every online interaction leaves a digital footprint. This information fuels the engine of the digital economy, powering everything from personalized recommendations to targeted advertising. But this data-driven revolution comes at a cost: our privacy. As our lives become increasingly intertwined with the digital realm, the line between our online and offline selves blurs. We leave a trail of data in our wake, often without realizing its true value or the potential risks involved. This data, once collected, can be used in ways we never intended, potentially leading to discrimination, manipulation, and even harm. The challenge we face is to harness the power of data without compromising our fundamental right to privacy. How can we ensure that the benefits of the digital revolution are shared by all, without sacrificing the very freedoms that make us human?
Privacy-first AI represents a paradigm shift in the way we design, develop, and deploy artificial intelligence. This new approach is not just a technical adjustment, but a fundamental change in philosophy. It emphasizes the importance of user privacy and ethical considerations, making them central to the AI development process. It is a commitment to building AI systems that respect user privacy from the ground up, embedding ethical considerations into the very core of their design. This means that every step, from initial concept to final deployment, is guided by principles that prioritize the user's rights and data security. This means prioritizing data minimization, ensuring transparency and user control, and building systems that are secure by design. Data minimization involves collecting only the data that is absolutely necessary, reducing the risk of misuse. Transparency ensures that users are fully informed about how their data is being used, and user control allows individuals to make decisions about their own information. One of the most promising developments in the field of privacy-first AI is the rise of federated learning. This innovative approach is revolutionizing the way AI models are trained, offering a solution that balances the need for data with the imperative of privacy. This innovative approach allows AI models to be trained on decentralized datasets without ever having to access the raw data itself. By doing so, it ensures that sensitive information remains on local devices, significantly reducing the risk of data breaches. Instead of bringing the data to the model, federated learning brings the model to the data. This means that the AI model is sent to individual devices where it learns from the local data, and then only the insights, not the raw data, are sent back to improve the model.
This decentralized approach to AI training offers significant privacy advantages. By keeping data on the user's device, it minimizes the risk of exposure and ensures that personal information is not unnecessarily shared. By keeping data localized and under the control of individual users, federated learning minimizes the risk of data breaches and unauthorized access. This approach not only protects user privacy, but also builds trust in AI systems. Federated learning minimizes the risk of data breaches and unauthorized access. It also ensures that even if one device is compromised, the overall system remains secure, as the data is not centralized. It also empowers users to have greater control over their own data, choosing when and how it is used. This empowerment is crucial in an age where data is often seen as a commodity. By giving users control, federated learning fosters a more ethical and user-centric approach to AI development.
Sarah, a graphic designer and passionate advocate for digital rights, has always been wary of the data-hungry nature of the digital world. From the moment she started her career, she noticed how every click, every design choice, and every online interaction seemed to be meticulously tracked. It was as if an invisible eye was constantly watching her, collecting data without her explicit consent. It felt like I was constantly being watched, my every move tracked and analyzed, she recalls. This pervasive sense of surveillance made her uneasy, and she couldn't shake off the feeling that her personal space was being invaded. The more she thought about it, the more she realized that this wasn't just her imagination, it was a reality faced by millions of people around the world. Sarah began talking to her friends and colleagues about her concerns. To her surprise, many of them felt the same way. "I knew I wasn't alone in feeling this way," she says. These conversations opened her eyes to the widespread nature of the issue. It wasn't just about her, it was about everyone who used the internet and digital services.
Her concerns deepened when she learned about the ways in which personal data could be used for purposes she hadn't consented to, from targeted advertising to potentially discriminatory practices. She discovered that data brokers were collecting and selling personal information to the highest bidder, often without the knowledge or consent of the individuals involved. This realization was a turning point for Sarah. Determined to understand the full scope of the problem, she began researching data privacy, devouring articles, attending webinars, and engaging in online forums. She wanted to know everything about how data was collected, stored, and used. The more she learned, the more passionate she became about advocating for digital rights. Empowered by her newfound knowledge, Sarah took action. She realized that change had to start with her. She began by scrutinizing her own digital habits and making conscious choices to protect her privacy. She knew that even small changes could make a big difference. She started by implementing simple changes in her own life, like using privacy-focused browsers and email providers. She also began using encrypted messaging apps and regularly clearing her browser history. These steps, though small, gave her a sense of control over her own data. But Sarah didn't stop there. She then began sharing her knowledge with others, organizing workshops in her community to teach people about online privacy and data protection. She created easy-to-understand guides and resources, making the complex world of data privacy accessible to everyone. Her workshops were a hit, and she quickly became a trusted voice in her community. Sarah's story is a testament to the power of individual action. Her journey from feeling watched and powerless to becoming an empowered advocate for digital rights is inspiring. She proved that one person can make a difference, and her efforts have sparked a broader conversation about data privacy in her community. As more people like Sarah raise their voices and demand better data practices, the pressure for change will only continue to grow. The collective power of individuals advocating for their rights can lead to significant changes in how data is handled and protected. Together, we can create a digital world where privacy is respected and protected.
In the heart of Silicon Valley, Apple engineers were grappling with a seemingly insurmountable challenge: how to create a secure and reliable biometric authentication system that respected user privacy. The stakes were high as the world was becoming increasingly digital, and the need for robust security measures was more critical than ever. Traditional methods like passwords and PINs were proving to be inadequate in the face of sophisticated cyber threats. The team knew they had to think outside the box to come up with a solution that was not only secure but also user-friendly. The solution they came up with, Face ID, would go on to revolutionize the way we interact with our devices. It wasn't just about unlocking phones, it was about creating a seamless and intuitive user experience. Face ID was designed to be fast, reliable, and secure, making it a game-changer in the world of biometric authentication. Face ID, launched in 2017, leverages advanced machine learning algorithms and dedicated hardware to create a detailed 3D map of a user's face. This technology was built on years of research and development, combining the expertise of engineers, designers, and security experts. The 3D map is created using a combination of infrared light and a dot projector, which projects over 30,000 invisible dots onto the user's face to capture its unique contours and features. This map is then used to authenticate the user and unlock their device. The process is incredibly fast, taking just milliseconds to complete. Users can simply look at their phone and it unlocks almost instantly, providing a seamless and secure experience. The technology is also adaptive, meaning it can recognize the user even if they change their appearance, such as growing a beard or wearing glasses. Crucially, the facial recognition data used by Face ID is stored locally on the device itself, within a secure enclave that is inaccessible to even Apple. This secure enclave is a dedicated chip that encrypts and protects the biometric data, ensuring that it cannot be accessed or tampered with by any external entities. This approach not only enhances security, but also addresses privacy concerns, as the data never leaves the user's device.
This focus on on-device processing and data minimization was a deliberate choice, driven by Apple's commitment to user privacy. By keeping the data on the device, Apple ensures that users have full control over their biometric information. This approach also reduces the risk of data breaches, as there is no central database that could be targeted by hackers. By ensuring that sensitive biometric data never leaves the user's device, Apple was able to create a system that was both secure and privacy-preserving. This approach has set a new standard for biometric authentication, demonstrating that it is possible to achieve high levels of security without compromising user privacy. The success of Face ID has also paved the way for other innovations in the field of biometric security, inspiring other companies to adopt similar approaches. Face ID's success demonstrated that it was possible to create innovative technologies that enhance security without compromising user privacy. It has become a benchmark for biometric authentication systems, proving that, with the right approach, technology can be both secure and user-friendly. As we move forward, the principles behind Face ID will continue to influence the development of new security technologies, ensuring that user privacy remains a top priority.